At our top focus, India is striking back as the government marks the second anniversary of the surgical strikes. Home Minister Rajnath Singh has indicated towards avenging BSF Jawan Narendra Singh's death. Rajnath Singh has confirmed that India has retaliated. Singh's statement and retaliation by security forces has come in the wake of the brutality perpetrated by Pakistan on a BSF Jawan. Remember, on the 19th of September, the mutilated body of the BSF Jawan Narendra Singh was found with 3 bullet wounds and his throat slit. Let's listen in to the Home Minister.
एक हमारे बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स का जवान अभी उसके साथ जिस तरीके से बदसलूकी की है पाकिस्तान के लोगों, शायद आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कुछ हुआ है, मैं बताऊंगा नहीं क्योंकि बतलाया भी नहीं, हुआ है, ठीक ठाक हुआ है, विश्वास रखना, बहुत ठीक ठाक हुआ है। 2-3 दिन पहले मालूम होगा कुछ लोगों को, मालूम हुआ है और आगे भी देखिएगा क्या होगा।
देखिए, अब क्या हुआ है ये तो राजनाथ सिंह जी को ही पता होगा। उन्होंने इशारा दिया है, जाहिर है वो किसी सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक की बात कर रहे हैं, जहाँ तक मैं समझता हूँ। जब देश के सामने कुछ आएगा तभी वो क्लैरिफाई होगा।
Army Chief General Bipin Rawat also talked about a massive operation against Pakistan in an exclusive interview with India Today a few days ago. Listen in.
एक और कार्रवाई की जरूरत तो मैं मानता हूं है, लेकिन कार्रवाई किस तरह की जाए वो मैं आपको बताना नहीं चाहूँगा।
All right, Gaurav Sawant, Executive Editor, joins me on the phone line from Budgam in Jammu and Kashmir. Also joining me on the phone line is Kamaljeet Sandhu, Deputy Editor. Gaurav, we had an official statement coming in that exclusive interview with the Army Chief General Rawat, where he had said, and he had talked really tough against Pakistan. So now details coming in through none other than the Home Minister himself, where he said something big has happened. Of course, more official details not coming in at this point, but what are your sources telling you, Gaurav?
Vedika, there has been an intense round of operations that have been happening along the line of control and the international border. While there are no official details of how the BSF has responded, but the fact that the Union Home Minister quickly to avenge the mutilation of the body of a BSF head constable goes on to indicate that the BSF has retaliated robustly. But along the line of control, I can tell you from what's...
All right, there seems to be an audio problem with Gaurav's line there. We'll try and reconnect with him. But Kamaljeet Sandhu also joining me on the phone line. Kamaljeet, what are your sources within the Home Ministry telling you about this retaliation that the Home Minister has very publicly spoken about?
Well, one, there is no surgical strike. This is not surgical strike part 2. So clearly this is an exchange of cross-border fire. That's what has really happened. There has been an escalation of tension, especially after Narendra Singh, the head constable who was killed in a bat operation. And remember, India Today was one of the first to report and say this was a bat operation because obviously once these 8 soldiers were going across, the BSF had very clearly informed them that they are coming to clear the foliage, and that's when they had actually gone on a day when Rajnath Singh was actually inaugurating the smart fence there. A day after that, this particular incident took place. So obviously unprovoked and completely a provocation from Pakistan side. We've been told that IG BSF in Jammu himself traveled to international border, to close to border areas, and there was a heavy retaliation which was carried out. Now remember, at this point of time, what we know is that the Pakistani Rangers have not said that there is any damage either to them or to any of the civilians. But what we know from our sources, and very clearly what BSF has also been telling us, is as a part as a matter of precaution, they have moved the villagers back because they know they have done a folly, they have indulged in an unprovoked act. So in that sense, they have taken precaution and moved the villagers, which also means that the provocation which started by Pakistan is only going to continue. The tensions will still remain at the international border.
Kamalji, do stay with me. I have Mr. Agrawal from the BJP also joining me on the phone line. Mr. Agrawal, thanks for speaking with India Today. What action has been taken against Pakistan? Any details that you can share with us as a party representative?
Good morning. See, I'll tell you what, these are classified operations. So you and me won't have the details at all. But we can definitely share this, that they've been spanked, as our friend, the reporter, was also just mentioning. They've been spanked very heavily, and if we have to see that there is an action that has to be taken, the action is taken with respect to the highest order, in terms of making sure that there is a clear message that goes to Pakistan saying they have to back off, because they cannot be playing with Indian soldiers on the border, and they cannot be upsetting the apple cart every now and then they want to come back and say we want to talk. So we want to be very clear about saying that terrorism and talks don't go hand in hand at all.
All right, Mr. Agarwal. Thanks for speaking with India Today. Coming back to Kamaljeet, you also had Rajnath Singh go ahead and talk about how he had not asked the BSF Jawans to fire the first bullet, but also told the Jawans to hit back hard and not count the number of bullets fired. And he also says that you will see what happens in the future. So this is not a one-off incident that he's talking about, which quote-unquote has happened 2 to 3 days earlier. He also promises such action in the near future if required.
Well, that's what Bipin Rawat has also been seeing. But if you see the graph since 2014, since the Narendra Modi government has come in, we've only seen an escalation of tension, and we've seen cross-border fire increase both across the LOC and the international border. In 2018 itself, in the first few months itself, the record of the previous 4 years was broken. So there is provocation coming in from Pakistan very clearly. Even with the new regime, the Imran Khan government being there and talk about Naya Pakistan, the fact little has changed on the ground. There is an exchange, and the fact is that BSF for quite some time tried and maintained, along with Pakistan Rangers, some sort of peace or semblance of peace. But that has now been completely shattered. We've seen provocation coming in from their side, whether it was earlier in June itself, where killing of 4 soldiers
right.
Again.
Kamaljeet, I'm sorry, I will have to interrupt you there because I have Congress's Mr. Tom Vadakan joining me on the phone line. Mr. Vadakan, what is your reaction to the statement by the Home Minister?
It's vague and mysterious. If he says what he says, it is a forward movement. At least there is some semblance. But such vague statements don't make any sense. कुछ खास हुआ था, कुछ बड़ा हुआ था, बताएंगे वक्त आने पर, Come on, tell the nation, we are waiting to hear. When our soldiers are killed, Pakistan or anybody, we have a dead body, we have a body bag to be packed, the family to be answered. Such vague things, tell us what has happened. What is the secrecy about it? Is
I want the government to come clear on what they mean by something big has happened in the last 2-3 days.
Come clean. Dare you come clean. If you have done something, speak so. But don't make it so mysterious that on the occasion of surgical strike, another strike has happened, a mystery. What is this mystery about? Our people have been killed. Our brave hearts have been injured, hurt. The families are suffering. And what are you telling us? That, well, there's something big happening, something has happened, I don't want to tell you. What the hell is going on? Come on, the Home Minister of this country needs to tell the nation what's happened. And that
the Congress there pointing out that it's time for the government to answer on what they call is a highly vague statement coming from the Home Minister. Let's once again listen in to what Rajnath Singh had to say.
अभी उसके साथ जिस तरीके से बदसलूकी की है पाकिस्तान के लोगों, शायद आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कुछ हुआ है, मैं बताऊंगा नहीं क्योंकि बतलाया भी नहीं, हुआ है, ठीक ठाक हुआ है, विश्वास रखना बहुत ठीक ठाक हुआ है 2-3 दिन पहले, मालूम होगा कुछ लोगों को, मालूम हुआ है और आगे भी देखिएगा क्या होगा.
All right, so the sources telling India Today that probably there have been Pakistani targets that was on the radar of the BSF, and heavy artillery firing has taken place from the Indian side.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.